Just my lungs and whiskey on my tongue. Radio whispers like a half-forgotten song. Highway stretching where the shadows crawl. Every mile another memory I lost. Your name flickers in the rearview light, like a ghost riding shotgun tonight. Wind keeps howling through the broken seams of a heart held together by gasoline. These motel lights on like a quiet confession. Every flicker telling stories I can't outrun. Under neon skies I whisper your name to the empty road and the desert rain. Every mile burns like a slow goodbye, but your shadow keeps walking by my side. Dust and neon scents and scars, broken dreams and roadside bars. If love was truth I couldn't hold, and I'll keep praying on this lonely road. Cigarette glow in the dashboard, ghost town echoes in the midnight blade. Jukebox crying in a roadside dive where the past keeps drinking to survive. Your laughter lingers in a worn-out booth next to promises we call the truth. Now the desert wind just sings your song through the wires where the night hums long. And every street lamp feels like a witness to the lies we left behind. Under neon skies I whisper your name to the empty road and the desert rain. Every mile burns like a slow goodbye, but your shadow keep walking by my side. Dust and neon sins and scars, broken dreams and roadside bars. If love was truth I couldn't hold, then I'll keep praying on this lonely road. Maybe somewhere past the borderline where the stars fall low and the moon hangs tired, there's a place where hearts don't rust in time, where the fire inside never died. But tonight the road just winds and bends like a promise nobody intends, and the neon flickers soft and cold like a story already told. Motel Bible on a bedside stand, pages trembling in my shaking hand. I read a line about mercy and grace, but all I saw was your empty face. Morning creeping through the window blinds, painting gold on the sins of mine. But the road keeps calling like a thief, and it steals every ounce of peace. Under neon skies I whisper your name to the empty road and the desert rain. Every mile burns like a slow goodbye, but your shadow keep walking by my side. Dust and neon sins and scars, broken dreams and roadside bars. If love was truth I couldn't hold, then I'll keep praying on this lonely road. Dust on the tires, don't turn and go. Another highway left left to unfold. And somewhere far where the wild winds roam, your memory still calls me home. But until the silence lets me go, I'll chase the ghosts I'll never know with neon prayer and a heart gone cold. Still driving this lonely road.
Street light flickers on the edge of town. Whiskey moon slowly sinking down. Engine humming like a tired prayer. Dust and silence hanging in the air. Blacktop shining from the desert rain. Every mile whispering your name. My shadow drags behind these wheels like a ghost that never learns to heal. The night breeze slow through a broken radio, playing songs that nobody knows. Sing me blacktop lullabies tonight, where the wheels keep rolling through the fading light. Every chord bends like a wounded cry underneath that crooked midnight sky. Blacktop lullaby, soft and low, where the lonely hearts and drifters go. If love was fire that burned too bright, let the road sing me home tonight. Neon buzzing through a cracked motel, stories that the walls won't tell. Barroom shadows dancing slow, where the broken souls all come and go. Your perfume lingers in the smoke, like the last sweet lie we ever spoke. I hear your voice in every chord, but the silence cuts a little more. The bartender wipes down yesterday, like the past could fade away. Where the wheels keep rolling through the fading light. Every chord bends like a wounded cry underneath that crooked midnight sky. Blacktop lullaby, soft and low, where the lonely hearts and drifters go. If love love was fire that burned too bright. Let the road sing me home tonight. Slide guitar crying through the dark, like a match struck against my heart. Every note cuts deep and slow, like the truth we'll never know. Maybe somewhere past the county line, there's a place where your hand finds mine. But the highway home just pulls me through. Another mile without you. Creeping through a blood-red sky. One more night gone drifting by. Coffee bitter in a paper cup, but the road keeps calling, won't give up. Your memory rides beside my seat, like a rhythm in a broken beat. And every mile the tires roll sings another verse to my soul. Sing me black top lullabies tonight, where the wheels keep rolling through the fading light. Every chord bends like a crooked midnight sky. Black top lullaby, soft and low, where the lonely hearts and drifters go. If love was fire that burned too bright, let the road sing me home tonight. Engine humming like a tired blues song, where the restless hearts all drift along. And the highway sings through the pale moonlight, those blacktop lullabies tonight. Signs, midnight breathing through the city lines. A shadow moves through the broken light, like a secret hiding from the night. High heels echo down the empty street, every step like a silent heartbeat. Red smoke rising from your cigarette, like a warning I can't forget. The truth hides deep in the velvet air, but your eyes say you were there. It's a velvet crime scene in my mind tonight. Lipstick evidence under streetlight. Every kiss like a loaded gun, every lie like a siren run. Your love leaves fingerprints on my soul, cold as silver, sharp as control. In the dark where the secrets gleam, we're the ghosts of a velvet crime scene. Taxi lights blur through the raining glass, like memories fading too fast. Your perfume lingers in the stairwell air, like a story nobody dares. I hear the rhythm of your runaway heart, like a drum tearing truth apart. But your silence cuts deeper still, like the calm before the kill. Every glance is a twisted clue, and every shadow points to you. It's a velvet crime scene in my mind tonight. Lipstick evidence under streetlight. Every kiss like a loaded gun, every lie like a siren run. Your love leaves fingerprints on my soul, cold as silver, sharp as control. In the dark where the secrets gleam, we're the ghosts of a velvet crime scene. Blue lights flashing through the rain, like thunder rolling through my brain. Every truth we tried to hide now bleeds through the city night. Maybe love was just a perfect crime, two lost hearts outrunning time, but the echo of your name remains in the silence of the empty lanes. Dawn creeps slowly through the broken blinds, like justice waking up the night. Your lipstick mark on a coffee cup, like a clue I can't give up. Every whisper in the morning air feels like you're still standing there. But the truth fades cold and clean from the wreckage of our velvet scene. It's a velvet crime scene in my mind tonight. Lipstick evidence under streetlight. Every kiss like a loaded gun, every lie like a siren run. Your love leaves fingerprints on my soul, cold as silver, sharp as control. In the dark where the secrets gleam, we're the ghosts of a velvet crime scene. Neon's fading as the sirens die, morning crawling through the sky. But somewhere in the midnight dream, we're still trapped in that velvet crime scene.
but nobody wanna know.
Cold wind sliding through a broken street sign. Neon dripping like blood from the skyline. Footsteps echo where the lost souls hide. Truth stays buried where the street light die. Yeah. Black hooded ghosts in the midnight haze. City heartbeat in a crooked maze. Every alley got a name you feel. Every silence got a voice you hear. Window watching with a tired stare. Graffiti prayers in the midnight air. Hope move quiet through the concrete veins, but the darkness always knows your name. Whispers in the alley, shadows in the rain. Every step forward, pulling back the pain. Low bass rumble like a distant scream. Living in the echo of a midnight dream. Whispers in the alley, voices down low. Truth in the place and nobody will go. Cold street gospel in a broken key. The night keeps talking back to me, yeah. Police lights flicker down the avenue. Blue ghost dancing in the rear view. Sirens singing like a warning call. But the night's still standing 10 feet tall. Paper cups and cigarette smoke rings. Law kings walking with the crowns of wings. Every story written on the wall. Some rise up while the others fall. Time moves slow when a concrete cage. Every corner turn another page. You can hear the hunger in the baseline hum like a war drum on where the shadows come. Whispers in the alley, shadows in the rain. Every step forward, pulling back the pain. Low bass rumble like a distant scream. Living in the echo of a midnight dream. Whispers in the alley, voices down low. Truth in the place and nobody will go. Cold street gospel in a broken key. The night keep talking back to me, yeah. Hear the piano crying in the dark tonight. Every note floating through a fading light. Dreams run fast, but the streets run deep. And the city never really falls asleep. You can chase gold through the neon glow, but the shadows always start to grow. And the truth don't shine in the spotlight beams. It lives in the cracks of forgotten dreams. Footprints fading where the rain came down. Lost names written all across this town. Every heart got a hidden scar, like a dying star behind the bars. Still I move through the midnight sound. Bassline shaking the underground, trying to find where the light might be. Through the smoke of this melody, the night keeps humming like a secret code. Every alley just another road, and the whisper still call my name through the echoes of the midnight rain. Rain, yeah. Whispers in the alley, shadows in the rain. Every step forward, pulling back the pain. Low bass rumble like a distant scream. Living in the echo of a midnight dream. Whispers in the alley, voices down low. Truth in the place and nobody will go. Cold street gospel in a broken key. The night keep talking back to me, yeah.
Street lights dying, footsteps fading slow. Every alley keeps a secret that the daylight never knows.
Somewhere out past a canyon line, the signal's still breathing. Cactus shadows stretching long and thin. Dusty wind humming through the engine spin. AM whispers through the broken dial, like a ghost riding shotgun for a while. Highway bleeding under desert heat. Miles and silence in a
tired light, moths dancing through the velvet night. Coffee bitter in a paper cup, but the desert never fills you up. Jukebox humming in a roadside bar, playing songs for the falling stars. Slide guitar crying soft and low, like a truth only drifters know. Radio preacher down Channel 9, talking about mercy and the end of time. But the highway choir keeps singing free in the dust of eternity. Cactus smoke, radio calling me home, through the static where the lost hearts roam. Every note drifting wild and slow, through the desert winds that never let go. Fuzzy echoes in the midnight glow, songs only lonely riders know. Turn the dial where the wild winds stand, hear that static in the sand. Somewhere past the county line, where the stars burn brighter than city signs, there's a rhythm in the desert air, like a prayer nobody hears. You can chase the sun across the sky, watch another old dream drift by, but the signal hums beneath your skin, like a song that never ends. Morning creeping through a violet haze, painting gold on the desert plains. Engine quiet, radio low, but the melody still seems to grow. In the hum of the wires above the road, in the rhythm of the drifting cold, every mile just fades away, but the music always seems to stay. Cactus smoke, radio calling me home, through the static where the lost hearts roam. Every note drifting wild and slow, through the desert winds that never let go. Fuzzy echoes in the midnight glow, songs only lonely riders know. Turn the dial sun. Signal fading, but the song's not done.
Dust on the boots by the barroom door. Same old stool like 1,000 nights before. Bartender nods like he knows my name, but every face here looks the same. Neon flickers in a tired glow, like a memory from long ago. Pour another just to pass the time, waiting on a dying line. Your voice used to cut through the static air. Now there's nothing waiting there. Whiskey and broken signals tonight. Your voice fading out of the pale moonlight. Every cold and thin, like a ghost drifting through the wind. I call your name, but the line goes dead. Just a hollow echo in my head, somewhere between love and goodbye. The truth got lost in the wire tonight. On the rails by the edge of town, old freight trains don't come around. Church bells silent on Sunday morning, like a promise left weather worn. Your photograph in a leather fold, smiling back from a life gone cold. And the jukebox hums a lonely rhyme through a half-dead telephone line. I hear you laugh in the harmonica cry, like a train rolling by. Whiskey and broken signals tonight. Your voice fading out of the pale moonlight. Every word turning cold and thin, like a ghost drifting through the wind. I call your name, but the line goes dead. Just a hollow echo in my head, somewhere between love and goodbye. The truth got lost in the wire tonight. Maybe love was a midnight call, two lost souls in a crowded hall. But time keeps cutting through the core, leaving silence where you once sold. And the highway hums like a slow regret. Every mile another silhouette of the life that slipped through my hands, like dust across these broken lands. Creeps in through a cracked motel with stories that the walls won't tell. I leave a coin by the payphone stand, but no one's reaching out their hand. Wind
goes soft through the desert pine, carrying whispers down the line. But the wires only sigh and moan, like a heart left all alone. Whiskey and broken signals tonight, your voice fading out of the pale moonlight. Every word turning cold and thin, like a ghost drifting through the wind. I call your name, but the line goes dead, just a hollow echo in my head. Somewhere between love and goodbye, the truth got lost in the wire tonight. Last call rang through the dark, but your voice don't leave a spark. Just whiskey glass and a fading tone on a line that won't come home. Down the avenue, red on the glass like a fading view. City humming in a crooked key, like it's whispering secrets back to me. A shadow dancing in the barroom light, lipstick blowing in the midnight fight. Every step like a loaded sigh, underneath that restless sky. Rest on the rails of a broken heart, two lost souls playing their part. But the silence cuts deeper still, like the calm before the thrill. Every spark in your reckless eyes feels like lightning before it dies. Rust and velvet nights collide, where the broken hearts can't hide. Every touch burns slow and wild, like a storm in the neon sky. Rust and velvet, fire and smoke, tied through the dark of velvet night. Jukebox crying in a minor chord, like a preacher nobody heard. Your perfume drifting through the air, like a memory standing there. Electro whispers through the haze, lost in your magnetic gaze. Every word like a razor line, cutting through this heart of mine. But the rhythm keeps pulling me back again, like thunder rolling through the air. And the bass line shakes the floor tonight, like a pulse in my fading light. Every spark in your reckless eyes feels like lightning before it dies. Rust and velvet nights collide, where the broken hearts can't hide. Every touch burns slow and wild, like a storm in a neon sky. Rust and velvet, fire and smoke, every promise that we broke. Still your echo calls me tight through the dark of velvet night. Maybe love was a crooked flame, burning through a losing game. 2 out souls in a midnight bar, chasing sparks from a dying star. But the guitar screams through the neon rain like a heartbeat wrapped in pain. In the city breeze, a lonely sigh as another dream drifts by. Blinds, painting gold on reckless times, but the echoes of the night remain like a tattoo made of rain. Your laughter fading down the street, still dancing in the backbeat, and the chords ring out one last goodbye underneath the pale sky. Trust in velvet nights collide, where the broken hearts can't hide. Every touch burns slow and wild, like a storm in a neon sky. Rust and velvet, fire and smoke, every promise that we blow. Still your echo pulls me tight through the dark of velvet night. Trust on the rails, velvet in the air. Your ghost still dancing everywhere. The city sings one last goodbye to velvet after midnight. Sigh.
Vacancy sign buzzing in red neon, highway breathing past the parking lot. Somewhere between midnight and nowhere, the radio starts talking again. Room 17 with the curtains half closed, dust on the Bible, secrets nobody knows. Ice in the glass and the TV glow, late night whispers from a station down low. Neon dripping on the cracked motel wall, highway humming like a distant call. Footsteps echo down the hallway floor, but nobody's checking in anymore. Lo-fi guitar on a broken refrain, every note falling soft like rain. And the bass line crawls through the hollow air, like a shadow sitting in the chair. I'm talking to ghosts through the radio band, static crawling through the desert sand. Every frequency holds a truth, but the truth don't care about you. Motel, no our frequencies tonight, signals fading in the satellite light. At every whisper riding through the air, like a memory still standing there. Motel, no our frequency so low, playing songs only drifters know. If you listen close you might believe the night still talks through the static you receive. Cigarette burning in the ashtray slow, moonlight leaking through the window glow. Street light flickers on the parking line, like a metronome counting time. The preacher's voice on channel 3, talking about lost souls like me. But the signal bends in the midnight rain, and his words dissolve into the bass again. Payphone ringing by the soda machine, nobody answering the silent ring. Maybe it's you on the other end, or the ghost of a message I couldn't send. Every motel got a story inside, of runaway hearts with nowhere to hide, and the walls hold
still trapped in the gloom. Motel noir frequencies tonight, signals fading in the satellite light. Every whisper riding through the air, like a memory still standing there. Motel noir frequency so low, playing songs only drifters know. If you listen close, you might believe the night still talks through the static you receive. The desert wind moves slow tonight. You can hear it in the power lines, like a choir made of empty miles. Somewhere a radio keeps breathing, half a song, half a confession, and the rest is just static. Morning creeping through the faded blinds, painting gold on a crooked line. But the radio still hums that tone, like a voice saying don't go home. Coffee cold on the nightstand edge, another promise I almost said. But the highway calling through the air, like a rhythm pulling everywhere. Every mile got a frequency, a hidden code in a melody, and a ghost keeps singing down the line through the wires of space and time. Motel noir frequencies tonight, signals fading in the satellite light. Every whisper riding through the air, like a memory still standing there. Motel noir frequency so low, playing songs only drifters know. If you listen close, you might believe the night still talks through the static you receive. Vacancy sign flickers once again, highway rolling like a distant drum. Room 17 goes quiet slow, but somewhere the frequency still hums.
The desert's breathing tonight, and every grain of sand remembers a name. Dust rolls slow across the highway line, moonlight tangled in the power lines, footsteps fading in the drifting wind, like a story that begins again. Broken sign by the canyon bend, whispers of a place I've never been. Guitar humming like a restless ghost in the land where silence matters most. Every heartbeat echoes through the plain like thunder buried in the grain of 1,000 roads that came and went, leaving shadows heaven sent. And the wind keeps singing soft and low, secrets only drifters know. Sandstorm serenades tonight, calling through the fading shadows dancing on the stone like the bones of a life unknown. Radio crackles through the dark like a spark from a dying spark. Your memory rides the desert breeze, soft as whispers through the trees, and the bass line rolls beneath my feet like the earth's forgotten heartbeat. Slide guitar bends through the night like a hawk in silent flight. Every chord a desert prayer floating through the hollow air. And the wind keeps singing soft and low, stories only dreamers know. Sandstone serenades tonight, calling through the fading light. Every note like a phantom cry underneath that endless sky. Sandstorm serenades so wild, songs of the desert's lonely child. If you listen to the shifting land, you'll hear love buried in the sand. Past the ridge where the stars hang like a burning bridge, there's a place where hearts can rest in the quiet of the wilderness. But the drums keep pounding through my chest like a call I can't arrest, and the guitar screams across the plain like a ghost calling my name. Creeping through the golden dust like a promise made of rust. Every mile fades behind the wheel, but the desert keeps it real. Your voice drifts through the canyon air like a prayer hanging somewhere, and the wind hums soft and slow in a language only shadows know. Sandstorm serenades tonight, calling through the fading light. Every note like a phantom cry underneath that endless sky. Sandstorm serenades so wild, songs of the desert's lonely child. If you listen to the shifting land, you'll hear love buried in the sand. The storm moves on, but the song remains. Somewhere deep in the desert veins. Neon flickers on wet streets, whiskey burns where the shadows meet. lights dripping through the rain. Another night, another heartache lane. Boot steps echo on the empty stone, chasing memories I'll never own. Barstool creaks, glass trembling slow, whispers of a love I used to know. Guitar bends crying in minor key, like the ghost of what's left of me. And the night hums a low, dark tune under the silver glow of a tired moon. Crimson whiskey trails on the floor. Every sip takes me back once more. Every heartbreak sings in the haze, through the smoke and the neon blaze. Crimson whiskey, bitter and deep, keeps the secrets I try to keep. On these streets where the lonely wail, following my own crimson trail. Taxi lights bleeding down the lane, rainwater mixing with the pain. A minor whispers a mournful song about a love that didn't last long. Vinyl hum in a corner bar, faded pictures of who we are. And the drums keep rolling slow and true, like the heart I gave to you. Footsteps fade in the alleyway, echoes chasing what we couldn't say. And the night bends low with a smoky sigh, as I wander past the neon sky. And the city breathes in a muted tone. All the lost souls walking alone. Crimson whiskey trails on the floor. Every sip takes me back once more. Every heartbreak sings in the haze, through the smoke and the neon blaze. Crimson whiskey, bitter and deep, keeps the secrets I try to keep. On these streets where the lonely wail, follow my own crimson trail. Maybe love was just a flame, burning fast, leaving only blame. Guitar cries where the night won't speak, bassline trembling under weary feet. I trace the alley where your shadow hides, through the corners where the darkness rides. Every note a memory, every chord a scar, guiding me through the city's heart. Morning creeps through the window blinds, casting gold on the scars left behind. Coffee bitter, hands shaking slow, the streets remember the tears that flow. Your laugh lingers in the neon mist, every memory I can't resist. And I keep walking night after night, following traces of lost delight. Crimson whiskey trails on the floor. Every sip takes me back once more. Every heartbreak sings in the haze, through the smoke and the neon blaze. Crimson whiskey, bitter and deep, keeps the secrets I try to keep. On these streets where the lonely wail, follow my own crimson trail. Neon flickers fade away, crimson memories start to sway, and the trail keeps winding on.
through the midnight dawn vapor. If you want, I can also create 2, 3 more original dark blues rock songs in the same lonely street. Maybe expand this into a full mini album for Sunno. Do you want me to do that next?